Holy Book, Sefer Kaf Hayashar, Episode 33. Our sages instituted that we recite 3 times a day the verse. And He, the Merciful One, atones iniquity and does not destroy. He frequently withdraws His anger and does not arouse all His rage. Tehillim 78.38. It is said once in the prayer, acknowledge Hashem, call upon His name. Once in, and a Redeemer will come to Zion, and once at the beginning of the evening service. The reason for this is as follows. In this verse, there are 13 words corresponding to the 13 divine attributes of mercy, and 3 times 13 is 39. Now, each day, the evil impulse overwhelms a person so that it is only with the greatest difficulty that he's able to avoid committing sins, carrying the penalty of 39 lashes. Thus, the recitation of this verse is a way of requesting the Holy One, blessed is He, to grant atonement for the person's sin, as if he had actually received the lashes, in order that he will not be destroyed on account of it. Iniquity provokes the destructive forces called anger and wrath. It was these that brought indictments against Israel continually while they were in Egypt, so that the Holy One, blessed is He, through His graciousness and compassion, only revealed Himself to save them in the merit of the 3 patriarchs. When He did reveal Himself, it was in the form of 3 divine names. Aleph, Hey, Vav, Hey, I will be, Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey, and Aleph, Dalid, Nun, Yud, Lord. The sum of the numerical values of these names is 112, which is equal to that of the acronym Yud, Vez, Kaf, the initial letters of the words Ya'anenu Biyom Kar'enu. He will answer us on the day that we call out. Tikunei Zohar Chadash 130a. For this reason, after we recite the verse, and He is merciful, etc., we then recite the verse, Hashem will save. The King will answer us on the day that we called out. Tehillim 20.10. Lashes are of tremendous benefit and can save a person from the 39 curses with which the primordial snake was cursed. The acronym for 39 is Lot, which means curse. In fact, they transform these curses into the word du, tal, of blessing. Tal is comprised of the same letters as Lot in reverse. This dew drips down at specific times upon the heads of those who desire to cling to the awe of Hashem, awakening them to the ways of awe. It is identical with the dew with which the Holy One, blessed is He, will one day revive the dead. Its special power is that it pulls the souls of the dead towards holiness. Therefore, one should not neglect submitting to lashes at least once a month. This is what our forefather Abraham was alluding to when he said to Hashem, perhaps there will be found there 40 righteous men. Bereshis 18.29. As the Zohar 1.104b clarifies the meaning, perhaps there will be found there individuals who submit themselves to the 40 lashes, to which Hashem responded, I will not destroy, etc. In the same way that a person must submit to lashes in this world in order that he will not be subjected to them in the next world, so too are there many transgressions on account of which the sages say that one is put under a ban, a nidui. What this actually means is that he is worthy of being placed under a ban, and if he is not placed under one by the earthly court, then he will be placed under the one by the heavenly court. It is a very serious matter for a person to be placed under a ban on high. For All the while that he is under this ban, his prayers are not heard, and his soul is compelled to wander back and forth outside of the holy partition. He also forfeits the protection of the Garden of Israel. Then, when he is on the road or in any other place of danger, he may easily come to harm, for he resembles completely a discarded object over which heaven has removed its supervision. And if his wife conceives while he is under the ban, the child will fall into the category of those who willingly transgress and rebel against the laws of our God. Yechezkel 20.38. Therefore, whoever is very wise and perceptive will consider that it is imperative that he rectify the situation with all haste and without delay. For who knows what the day will bring? Perhaps he will die suddenly, and his soul will be unable to return to the place from which it was excavated, but will be given over to the cruel, destructive, and damaging spirits. Therefore, I will write the following plan of rectification found among the writings of the Arizal, or Tzadikim 35.14. First, he must select a day on which to set aside all other affairs and conduct himself in this manner. Let him choose a suitable place in his house and sit there as one under a ban and recite, I am hereby sitting here in order to accept upon myself a rebuke and a ban because I have been condemned by the heavenly court for my sins, iniquities, and transgressions, by which I have sinned, acted inquisitiously, and transgressed. I am a despised form. I have incurred much guilt on account of your Torah. I have behaved treacherously with regard to your awe. I have blemished your emanations. I have brought defect to your holy things. I have diverted the waters flowing from the house of Hashem towards the outhouse, a place of filth, a woman of harlotry. I have destroyed your altar. I have defiled your covenant by drawing a foreskin over the holy mark of the covenant. I have blemished the 27, the numerical value of Zach, pure, holy letters. I have strengthened the malignant spirits called Chitzonim. And if I have incurred a ban from the court of the righteousness or from the Holy One, blessed is He, and his Shekhinah, look, I have sat alone and accepted upon myself the decree. I am filled with remorse and weeping over my iniquities. I have sinned and done inquisitiously, but I will return to those ways no more. Therefore, fashioner of creation, release me, mighty one of Yaakov, pardon me, for you are a benevolent and a forgiving king. Help me to be among those who return to you every day with a whole heart and do not recall my sin any longer. Amen. Selah. I would really like to present here a great and awesome formula for unifying the divine name. However, since not all minds are on the same level, especially since our understanding has declined, I am concerned lest the reader invert the order of the things and cause further harm rather than rectification. Therefore, I will present a brief prayer instead, and may the one who examines hearts accept it with favor. Master of the universe, it is openly known to you that my soul greatly longs to recite the verses of the unification with the intention of bringing about a great and awesome unification of your holy names with love. However, our iniquities have overwhelmed us and they weigh upon us like a heavy burden. For this reason, physicality has come to dominate us to the degree that we are unable to have the proper intentions. Therefore, we are concerned lest we cause harm rather than rectification on account of our iniquities. How then can we possibly draw and approach the holy place? How can we enter the gates of the King of Kings? The Holy One, blessed is He, while we are dressed in sackcloth. Therefore, Master of the universe, please have pity and compassion upon us, Master of forgiveness, and let our prayers be sweet to you, exalted and lofty God. And let all the blemishes be rectified and the stains cleansed through this prayer that I am reciting with a broken heart and a lowly spirit, just as if I had carried out the proper rectification. For a broken and contrite heart, O God, you will not despise. Tehillim 51.19. Afterwards, let him rise from the floor and spend the rest of the day engrossed in prayer and Torah study. Then heaven will have mercy upon him and remove from him the punishment of the ban imposed upon him by the heavenly court, provided that he was not subjected to a ban by the earthly court as well. If he conducts himself as I have outlined, let him feel confident and assured that he will return and heal him. Yeshayahu 6.10. Now I will dedicate a chapter especially to the question which transgressions are subject to a ban, cherem or nidoi.